Hello, I'd like to give you a demo of what AppSonar can do for you. Before we get started, I'd like to touch upon a couple of high points of AppSonar's functionality. First of all, AppSonar is capable of storing any type of data, any type of structured data, whether it be things like leads, projects, patient information, bug lists, inventories, assets, you name it. You can also search and filter across multiple tables across all of the entities that you store in your database. You can create multi-table reports involving fields from multiple related tables via a very simple drag and drop interface. And you can present data in multiple views, such as in tabular form, in calendar form, matrix layouts, charts, what have you. So what I'd like to do is illustrate by picking out a particular domain in which we have two kinds of data. There is a set of leads that we wish to store in the database, and there is a set of activities tied to the leads that are related, and we want to maintain the relationship information in the database. So here is the set of leads with names, company names, last contact dates, titles, and such. Um, which we will first import into the system. So we say create a new table from CSV, copy the data, paste it into the box, make them be tabs as separators. In this particular case, I'm choosing record UID as the data type for this one column because I want to establish relationships. And you see that the moment I click the Done button here, you will find an extra tab at the top which will contain the leads that we just imported. And the leads are represented with a list at the left, the detail at the right, and which contains inline edits, which are already able to maintain the data for you. You can view your leads in tabular format. You can view them in calendar format based upon any of the data type, any of the date types of fields in the record. So this tells you, for example, that these leads were contacted on the 4th of June. You can also search in fairly sophisticated ways. The simple search works, of course. More sophisticated searches like getting me all the leads whose product interest is iPod Classic and saving them as filters so that they become available immediately. So all of that functionality is available immediately when you finish an import. So now I want to import a second table, the activities table. Copy the data, paste it here, and in this case I need to tell the system that the activity for column is a reference to the lead table, and a couple of other choices that I make so that the data types line up and are closer to the correctness than the guesses that the system made. Click next and hit import, and we now have an activity tab, and you notice that along with the list and detail you also have a child tab. So for every activity it tells you the lead record for which that activity has been set up, and if you click the leads list, you see a child tab where clicking any of the records tells you the list of activities associated with that lead. Next, we will look at some simple reporting. Let's start with creating a very simple report that simply gives us the number of leads that are the number of activities associated with each lead. So let's say we call it activity count. So we extract the lead name as one of the fields, perhaps the phone as another field, from among the activity fields, we extract the record count, we save and run, and we get a report that contains the lead name, the phone, and the number of activities for that lead. We can create some straightforward visualizations for this. We can, for example, create a bar chart in which the name of the lead is used as the row label, the record count, the count of activities as the column label, or rather the bar value, and you have a bar chart right away. Let's create another report that is a little more sophisticated, perhaps. This time, let's say that we want a count of the number of leads by product interest. So lead count by product interest. So let's say the first column that I provide in the report is the product interest, and the second column is the lead count, the record count. And when I hit save and run, I get the counts, which I can of course visualize in the usual way. I can create a bar chart like this. But let's make it a little more sophisticated. Let's say that I want to be able to lay out my leads, segment my leads by product interest and city. So I go back to edit the report, add a city column, rearrange it by dragging and dropping, save and run, change the visualization to be a grouping based on city, and in each group I want to show all the records in the group. And you see one form of visualization. Here's another one in which, let's say, I choose a matrix in which I want the rows by city, columns by product interest, and in each cell I want the record count of the leads. Hit OK, and you see that we have a matrix layout in which we have the cities as the rows, product interest as the columns, and the counts as the actual values. Well, that was a very quick overview of what AppSonar can do for you. We believe that it's a very powerful platform. It can do lots of things, and I think you'll be very impressed if you try it out. Thank you for watching.